Yeah, hello, this is Dave from cheapbooks.com playing World of Tanks. The tank is the Matilda 4. This is a Russian Tier 5 medium tank, and the map is Himmelsdorf. You'll notice that it looks like I'm going to go up the hill. This tank is a great tank. I love this tank. It's one of the first tanks I ever owned. In the first 2 weeks I played World of Tanks, I bought it as a premium tank. It's got good armor. And it's got a good gun. It fires very quickly, especially if you have premium rounds. You'll notice that I have 25 regular rounds, 25 premium rounds, and 10 high explosive rounds. In a typical game, you might only fire with this tank, let's say 20 rounds, or a high of 30. So you can actually go in and just use regular rounds and not spend a lot of money if you want to, and switch to the the more expensive rounds when you have a more difficult tank. You can see there's a Japanese heavy tank on the enemy team that I would probably fire the more expensive rounds at. The Matilda is very slow. It's only going 12 kilometers to get up this hill. Being slow means you're going to be the last one to battle. The enemy will have already been spotted. They'll probably have already taken some damage. I can kill all of these enemy tanks, even with regular rounds. Even though they're all Tier 5, I'm better equipped in a Matilda 4 than any of these other tanks, except for maybe the Japanese heavy. So I should have no problem killing tanks. I get tons of 5-kill games with this tank. Almost every time I play, I get a lot of kills. It's rare that I don't.
Ready to fire.
Now, obviously, I should have shot manually, but it doesn't matter.
Permission to engage. Our main gun is damaged. It's working, but not very well. Let's find another target.
That's an example of how, with the auto aim, I would not have been able to hit him. By doing the manual shot, I can get that shot in. You want to always have that auto aim locked on as much as possible. I was backing up in case he came around. I was going to try and get shots on him from up here, but I don't think that's what happened. Oh, nice. Another tank shows up. It was a very wild shot.
We didn't even scratch them. They're knocked out.
Okay, so that's 3 kills. You can see that they are capping us. Usually... Well, okay, so I thought for a second that this was an encounter. It's not. Usually you want to be near the base if you have a slow tank, because you can only defend or assault a base either by being near it. It has to be convenient, or you have to have a fast tank. With a slow tank, you want to stay convenient as often as possible. So that's 4 kills. I haven't taken much damage. This is a tank you want to use if you need to do a mission where you have to hit a tank many times. You want to use this tank. If you have to do kills, usually you want to use a derp gun. It's a lot like playing a Churchill and other Matildas and the Valentine. They ride very similarly. You can see I missed a shot on him. It should have been very easy. So that was a screw up. I should have stopped, aimed manually with the sharpshooter mode. But I wasn't thinking. I guess I had forgotten that there was a fountain in front of us.
Where'd they go?
So I lost an opportunity.
Ready to fire.
Okay, so we capped them. The game is over. I got 5 kills. It's a Matilda 4. It is a Russian Tier 5 medium tank. I share the crew with my other Russian medium tanks. I think I have 4 or 5. I've got like a T-54 prototype and a Tier 8 medium tank, and I've got one of the lower tiers because you need it in order to get up to one of the higher tiers. It was one of the tech tree branches that I didn't do yet. I'm still at the lower tier. And there's probably other Russian medium tanks. And so I actually share the crew with many different tanks. So they've got probably 5 crew skills for the commander, or maybe 4, and 3 for everybody else, or something like that. So the crew commander is actually doing pretty good. I use more skills with the crew commander. I swap them around. Like I took a loader from a heavy tank and made him the commander on this tank, and I took the commander and made him the loader on the other tank. So he's got a lot more crew skills. Okay, so that's the game. If you have any questions or comments, please post below.